Hello, this is Matthew Chan of extortionletterinfo.com, and I want to take a few minutes in this video to talk a little bit about the ELI support phone call. The ELI support phone call was created sometime late in 2011 in response to the ongoing requests for people who want to speak to me or communicate with me. And for a long time, I was resistant to really directly supporting people, mainly because it's not my main line of business. And the ELI project was always a side item to help other people out. But over time, it just became this thing that just grew, and we finally decided that extortionletterinfo.com had to be a self-sustaining entity. It was not something that I wanted to spend all of my time on. And in order for me to be able to continue supporting the ELI project, basically we started having to charge for certain services. And there's still a lot of free information out on the ELI forums, and we encourage the people to read it and do their own research and homework. But for some people, they don't like to read, they don't like to research. And for those people, if you really don't want to read and research and so forth, then you have the option of speaking with me and communicating with me. And this is where the 30-minute ELI support phone call comes in. The 30-minute ELI support phone call is very fast-paced. Basically, you send in all your documents to me. I look it over, do a preliminary analysis, I get myself mentally ready, then when I call you, we jump right in and talk about the case. Now, the good thing about the support call is that we cut through all the bull. I mean, basically, I focus on those issues that are most pertinent to you. And more importantly, every person that receives a letter, although there are some common themes in all the letters, everybody's personality is different. So some people have an inclination, they really want to fight. Okay, and if you're more of a fighter and you're not afraid of coming out into the public and doing certain things like I personally do, then I've got advice for you and for that type of personality. If you're a person that's really just too busy with your business and time is a real constraint, then I have a different type of advice and suggestions for people who just don't have the time to do that. Now, for others, they're more timid and they don't like confrontation and things along those nature. I've got a different line of suggestions for those people. So I, believe it or not, I don't spend all my time talking about the legal aspects of the extortion letters. I spend a good amount of time trying to figure you out, where you're coming from, what you want to achieve, what you're willing to do, and what kind of outcome do you want. And I lay it out very clearly. Now, although I call it a 30-minute support call, sometimes it goes over, and if it goes over, it just goes over. I mean, you don't get penalized for it. My primary purpose is to make sure that you get what you want out of the call. Now, the nice thing about the call is, a lot of people who have spoken with me, they seem to really, a weight seems to come off of them. Mainly because because I've dealt with this for so long, and I've talked to so many people, I pretty much know what to say to make people feel better. And I'm not making things up. I just basically bring up those issues that I know about that's going to help them. And the nice thing about it is, when they eventually go back into the ELI forums, everything sort of gets a lot more clear. It's not just a whole bunch of words on a screen to read, because you had a chance to talk to me. I get to put things into context. I get to direct you and prioritize the things you should pay attention to and the things you don't have to pay attention to. And in any case, now another reason why you may want to consider the ELI support call is that, as I told you, the ELI project needs funding to continue on. And the ELI project is agreed upon by myself and Oscar Michelin, who's my partner in this website. We do this every year, and every year we decide whether or not we want to continue on the project. And the reason being is, both of us have primary businesses outside of ELI. We have to make an effort to integrate ELI into our existing businesses. So to that regard, if you want to keep ELI around for years to come, and we do cover more than just simply extortion letters from stock photos. We've expanded our coverage to other areas. I think you might want to consider supporting us anyway. I want to share a little story. One person was actually understood the situation pretty well, but he felt like he wanted to contribute to ELI, so he told me on the phone, I paid the $50 to contribute to ELI, but I knew I would be able to talk to you and just we could chew the fat. And that's what we ended up doing. It was one of the least stressful calls I've ever had. It was actually pretty funny. It was pretty leisurely. And obviously I wanted to give him the time. But yeah, his situation was pretty well handled. And he did that primarily to support ELI. And the phone call was a side benefit. Now, I will also tell you there's been other people who've contributed more than $50, and I'm a little bit confused, thinking they want a support call, but they just really want to contribute. And those people, I have to almost reach out to them and say, hey, look, you've contributed more than $50 to ELI. Hey, you know, if you want to talk, let's talk. But sometimes they don't take me up on it. In any case, I recommend that you consider the 30-minute ELI phone support call. I think it will save you a lot of time. I think you and I will be able to connect on a deeper level to help you on your case. And I think you're going to get a lot of peace of mind. But again, this is not a hard sell. This is an informational video for those people who are more visually inclined versus reading what we wrote on our website. So if you have any questions about the ELI support call, just email me. But for the most part, we get to talk about what you want. And I don't cut you off at 29 minutes and 45 seconds. I mean, I don't do a countdown. We basically talk to until we're pretty much done. And I'm happy to say that for most people, it really stays under 35 minutes. I mean, we do sometimes go over 30 minutes, but it's no skin off my back. I'm happy to do it. And I just have to do that as a way to screen the people, those who are willing to pay for premium service and those who just simply want free. If you want free, I just can't give you my time. I'm sorry. And I've made it very, very clear that I've put in lots and lots of time over the years and hours, and there's a lot of free information. So, and that's the reason why we have to differentiate the groups. So thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and I hope you'll consider the 30-minute ELI phone support call. Thank you.